Alright, this is BEXUS Team VHB video number 5, I believe. Today we're going to be demonstrating the manual mode with data logger. We're going to first go over the code a little bit, explain Ethernet connections, SD cards, SPI bus, and log files, and then we're going to show some things. And as always, when you're working with voltage, you have to wear your eye protection. So let's take it seriously. Everything, all the safety equipment, on. Alright. It's a little bit hard to talk with this. First, you want to talk a little bit about the code here. The first thing that we'll be opening is an Ethernet connection, as with the Arduino as the client. We need to open up the header for the SPI bus and the SD card, because the SD card is here, and it communicates with the Arduino board over an SPI bus, which is right there. The SD card requires a pin, and you have to look up what pin number you have to use for your particular board. In this case, it's an Arduino Uno, and the board that we need is the number 4 board. Now let's go a little further down. In this part of the code here, that's not the right one. We initialize the communication. A little bit further down, this is where we initialize our card and open it. It then will spit out a message if the card has failed or not present, or if it's initialized. Here is where we define all of our variables. Here's all of our outputs, our DQs, and we define them as outputs. And here are our inputs, our DIs, and we define them as inputs. A little bit further down. Okay. This checks if our command connection is on, and if it's not on, it will automatically reconnect. Otherwise, it goes immediately into automated mode. Further, okay. Yeah. Now this is all the different signals listed for our communication. From the ground station, we'll be sending a lowercase s, which should turn on our first valve. And after it's turned on, we'll send also to the SD card in the log file the time that it was sent in milliseconds. The Arduino actually does not have an internal clock, but you can count the frequency of the processor, and that's outputted in milliseconds, and that you can use as a clock to regulate your programs. This is to turn off a valve if it's low, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it for right now. Yeah, here we go with our inputs. So when the pump, or in this case light bulb, is turned on, the signal will come through here, because we have on a normally closed circuit, giving us 5 volts here, which comes in as an input. And then our Arduino will send us back, for example, that the pump is on or off. Then we have here VI open. Yeah, and we also send something to the log file. The log file operates with C, S, and A. C